The late Kelvin Kiptum was laid to rest today in his home county of Elgeyo Marakwet, where speeches and promises were made. Ruto even went ahead to promise that the government of Kenya was going to build a new house for the late marathoner, a confirmation that Ruto was admitting that the house the government built for the marathoner was a substandard house.
Na vile tumeweka taratibu mpya, huyu kijana tushampatia milioni 5 tayari, na serikali itampatia nyumba mzuri. Mbali na ile nyumba tumejenga hapa, tutampatia nyumba mzuri huyu kijana. Sasa tutampatia mjane wake. Na tutapangana na hawa wanariadha pamoja na wachezaji wale wengine wote, so that we can support our sportsmen and women. So otherwise mimi naungana na wale wanasema.
As Ruto was going on with this speech, a hustler interrupted him.
Kiana namna hiyo nakimbia, achana na yeye. Sasa tabungo wacha tu aketi hapa. Pelekeni yeye aketi hapa. Tabungo keti hapo. So
let's put everything into perspective. Why is Ruto promising that the government of Kenya is going to build a new house for the late Kiptum? If you look at it very objectively, Ruto is making that promise because of the backlash that has been coming from Kenyans. Kenyans see the house that the government built as substandard. So Ruto just wants to manage that. Him promising that a new house is going to be built does not mean William Ruto will keep his promise. The house can be built or not. And you know, in most occasions, even in personal life, we've been seeing after a loved one has died, people coming with all manners of promises. I will educate your children, I will be supporting you, but after the funeral, everybody disappears. So it might also be possible that immediately that funeral will be over, William Ruto and his team will disappear, and the widow will not be in a position even to access them. So that can also just pass as a hot air promise. Ruto is just trying to manage the backlash coming from Kenyans. And what does that also mean about usage of taxpayers' money? I'm seeing a government that is clearly wasting taxpayers' money, a whole government building a substandard house, and then promising to build another one. Already millions of taxpayers' money has been wasted on this. And most definitely millions again will be wasted on another substandard house. And the government is also not coming out very clearly to tell Kenyans how much that house has costed. We are getting all manners of rumors, some even saying that over 10 million shillings might have been spent on building the substandard house for the late Kiptum. And I strongly believe the government is not really being straightful about the cost of that house to provide room for some rogue elements to milk Kenyans dry, to loot from public coffers, pretending that they have used that money to build that house. So I'm also seeing a corrupt government, a government that is trying to use every opportunity to steal from Kenyans. That's why the government is not very straight, not very open, telling Kenyans how much it has costed taxpayers to put that house. And now to the heckling, or rather, and now to the disruption. In the recent days, we have been seeing Ruto's events being disrupted. Last time he was on the mountain where he was badly heckled. And sometimes back he was in Kakamega where another hustler also interrupted him. And today in Elgeyo Marakwet, we are also seeing another hustler interrupting him. It's good that this time that's a Kalenjin hustler, and we are seeing William Ruto trying to address his security team in Kalenjin and also addressing maybe the hustler in Kalenjin. A confirmation that that's a Kalenjin hustler. So all that means that Kenyans are not happy with William Ruto. There seems to be a problem, and this problem is not only in areas that never supported Ruto, but across the country, including even in areas that supported William Ruto. There is a message Kenyans are trying to pass out, but it's very unfortunate Ruto and his team are not seeing that. If you see was interrupted in Kakamega, and now is being interrupted in Elgeyo Marakwet, that confirms that Ruto learned nothing in Kakamega. Things are going on as usual. These individuals or these hustlers interrupting William Ruto's events are not being taken seriously. Ruto sees them as just people who are just making for him noise. That's why every now and then we are seeing the interruptions. A confirmation that Ruto is not putting in place measures to curb what Kenyans are complaining about. So I'm seeing a government that again is out of touch with the ground. I'm seeing a deaf government, a government not listening to Kenyans. That's exactly what is coming out very, very clearly. And now again that Ruto is promising to build another house for the late Kiptum confirms that this is a government that is failing. This government is not putting in place some sort of a welfare that can address the issues and the concerns of its athletes. So when something happens, the helping of an athlete just depends on the mood of the head of state. If the head of state is in a good mood, then the late athlete or the affected athlete can be assisted. If the president is not in his mood, then the athlete cannot be assisted. So the government should put in place a strong welfare that looks into the concerns and issues of her athletes. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.
Dollar exchange rate ya dollar na Kenya shilling imeweza kuteremuka mpaka karibu 140 something kwa sababu uongozi bora. Chakula ya bei ya chakula imekuja chini. Hata hapa bei ya ng'ombe na mbuzi iko juu. Hapana, iko juu.
Tulikuwa na wewe masaini hapa. Watu wamesema wakuli dola. Watu wanakunywa maziwa. Watu wanakula unga.
Niko na experience kubwa sana ya kukuja hafla hapa katika county ya Narok. Ukitaka kujua mambo ni mbaya, watu ya ODM wakiingia, unasikia watu wanaanza kusema leo hatutaki siasa. Leo msiende mambo mingi. Sasa nataka uangalie mwenzako mwambie a relax. ODM imefika.